Hello, welcome to FUZIA TV, a show dedicated to showcasing and empowering women worldwide. I'm Riya Sinha, your host, and today we have the pleasure of welcoming an inspiring young lady, Medha Mathur. She's the owner and designer at Artykase, a company that aims to inspire through artistic designs on phone cases, coasters, and a wide range of other products. Medha, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So, I have a couple questions for you. My first one being, how did you first become interested in art, and how did your family or your childhood influence you while growing up?
So as a child, I have always leaned towards art. Like even as a little baby, when I used to get stressed, I used to just bring out all my coloring books and colors, and I used to start painting. Instead of toys, I've always wanted coloring books and colors. I've never had Barbies. I've not played with Barbies or anything like that, but I've actually painted and colored my whole life, which later when I turned 16 with all the pressure from school, I wanted an extra co-curricular activity or hobby activity to do, and I started these art classes where I actually met this teacher, and she was teaching Indian art, which was actually very different. Generally you learn watercolors and poster colors, but she was teaching something very different, which is Indian art alongside watercolors and poster colors. So I was really interested, and I started those classes. And when I actually started working alongside with her, she taught me how, she's been into all these villages, and the life of these artists are really difficult, and how like the families have to resort to other activities instead of art. So that was a big turning point for me, and also I was doing the work myself, so I understood, any art is so difficult, right? But I was doing Tanjore, and Tanjore takes a lot of patience and, a lot of time into making it. So that kind of got me all interested in Indian art as such, but art is something that I've always been interested in since my childhood.
Mm-hmm. Great. And how was your college experience, and how did what you learned in college affect your later career choices?
So I went to Auckland University of Technology in New Zealand. So that's where I've done my university graduation from. So that was a 3-year bachelor degree where I did branding is what I've majored in. We did kind of do digital designing. So now that I had done everything on paper and with colors, and now I finally had a chance to translate that into something digital. So that was very exciting. What I really tried to do through my whole experience in university was still try to keep that Indian art bit. Some elements would always, in every project, I used to try bring in those elements of Indian art, Indian designing into a digital platform. So it was very interesting to do that. That has kind of the whole digital thing has helped me with my social media marketing. That's something that has really helped. And branding, of course, I brand my whole Artykase as a brand. I've created that with everything that I've learned through university. But yes, digital has its own perks, and so does anything on paper. So there are different mediums. It's a different platform, and I kind of learned how fun it is to work with both the things. Some really magical things can be created with digital, and similarly through paper as well.
Yeah, and what do you think are some of the advantages of going abroad for university? What did you learn from that experience?
I think I could learn a lot of cross cultures, which actually is kind of a part of my future plan with Artykase as well. Every student was kind of from a different background, even if they were. So the beauty of Auckland is they have people from all the cultures. Even the local people are from different parts of the world. So, I had a girl who was from Japan, and she showed me all the Japanese art, and it's so beautiful. And then New Zealand itself has a Maori art. So all those arts have different people, different arts. Every country, every culture has its own its own art. So, what I really loved was getting to know these different art forms and interacting with people, different cultures. And I feel like I kind of did grow a bit of a respect for all these different cultures and artworks. And hopefully someday I'm able to cross-platform these arts, because they're all beautiful, but I feel like every art is kind of stuck in their own country. So, if we could cross-platform them, it would be beautiful.
Yeah, I think that's a really great idea and ambition to have. And I was reading more about you, and you mentioned that you were one of the only, or actually the only Indian student in your program. So what were some of the negative and positive aspects of that?
So yes, I was the only Indian student. So when I was taking my exams, like the entrance and everything, the person who was helping me out with the application and everything like that, that person said that for the past 2 to 3 years, they have not picked any Indian student in the design university, like the design branch as such of the university. So I was the first one in all these years. The advantages of that was definitely I had a own style, my own way, which is the Indian art, which I carried through. I even created a book, which is a concertina style book, and it had, so the elements of Indian art that I did put into it was, the intricate work, and that book, when looked at an angle, it formed an elephant, whereas if not, then each page had a little design of its own. So that's how I incorporated that. Those are the advantages. I mean, disadvantage definitely, as I said, every country has its own art form. So kind of adapting to that style in the beginning was a little bit hard for me. So, but yes, it was a nice learning curve, and I feel like I learned this whole new style of designing when I was in New Zealand.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
that was probably my only challenge that I can think of.
And what is your number one advice that you have for working women?
I would just say follow your passion, because I am someone who's actually done that. Because when I was in New Zealand, I did my studies, I got a job, I was working there for 2 years, and then one fine day I was like, no, I really feel for Indian art, and I really want to go back with the Indian artists, and it was my passion that made me quit everything. I had a really good job, everything was really settled for me there, and it was almost like uprooting myself from there and just moving back home to India. And everyone said that there are a lot of challenges and everything. Everyone was just advising me of all the challenges and everything that I would face when I come back to India. But despite that, I did not personally feel so many challenges. But yes, definitely there are challenges. But I would just say follow your heart, no matter how hard the path is. Just go with your heart, follow your passion, give it a go.
Yeah.
For me, even if you fail, it's fine. At least you tried. At the end of the day, it's about that feeling of I tried. Like if for tomorrow, what I have in mind doesn't work out, at least I would not have a regret that I didn't give my passion, my dreams a go.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, do you have anything else you'd like to add?
That's probably about it. Like for women, just go with it. And even if there are times when you want to give up, just don't give up.
And so, what was the inspiration for Artykase, and what do you hope it's going to accomplish in the future?
My inspiration definitely was the Indian art, and when I heard about the Indian artists and how their families are not getting sufficient work. So those were my starting points. Also, every art is beautiful. Indian art is something that's very accessible to me, and I have learned it myself. So just to begin with, I thought it's an art that I can show or display to the world. Let the world have a look at the beauty, the detailing that goes into every single art form, and I am just trying to portray or showcase the Indian art form. So yeah, that's what my inspiration was to kind of take Indian art to a global platform on another level. And also, I kind of feel like we need to move these traditional art forms a little bit more forward. That's what I learned at my university, was modern art, So when I can take these arts, I mean, they still hold true to what they are, but I've kind of blended them into one thing that can be used, and secondly made them a little bit more modern for everyday use for the modern people, something that stands out yet fits into your modern lifestyle. So that is my main source of inspiration.
And would you be able to show some examples of the kind of work you have done at Artykase?
Yeah, sure. So this is one of the phone cases. It's like one of our really high-selling pieces because it's a peacock here, basically. But if you see, this is kind of the Madhubani art is still there, but in a bit of a modern form. It's not a very typical-looking modern and something more usable with the still brightness of the Indian art is what I've retained with the orange, and black and white is something that's a very everyday color, something you can use.
Yes.
So yeah, this is like one of the pieces. We also have this one, which is a Buddha piece.
Yeah.
So this is it's blue, so something you can use very easily, very comfortably, and also it's very calming. The piece is quite calming and things like that. I've been trying to bring across. So yeah.
Great. And then, I guess, how would you define your job today, and what careers or what causes are you most passionate about?
What causes?
Or issues or social issues are you most passionate about?
I am definitely quite passionate about women empowerment, because through this journey, what I've learned is all these artworks, there is a woman behind who's making all the art, but the credit is always taken by the men. So it's very interesting. Most of the art pieces you'll see all these men who are selling it, their forefront, and also their names are on it. But when I actually got down into getting these artworks done, is when I kind of realized that it's the women behind all this artwork. It's their effort, but their name never comes out. So one of my things that I really want to do is bring up those women and their name, kind of bring in equality for them, their hard work, whatever they're doing. It's just important for everybody to know about that. That's one of the major things, and also just bring up the whole art community in general. A lot of these artists have to resort to things like farming and other activities which are not the natural way. So art comes naturally to them. So I want to provide them with a platform where they can kind of get an earning, a livelihood from what they're passionate about and what they're really good at. And you have to see them when they're working. You see that smile, that glow on their face, like they really enjoy what they're doing. But when they have to resort to other activities with the high cost of living, it's something I really feel for. So
Totally, yes.
That's the main thing. So the more pieces I sell, the more I'm able to provide employment to these people. So, yes.
That's such a wonderful message. And is there anything else that you would like to add?
No, that's kind of about it. For me, it's just the Indian art and the artist. I just feel a lot for the art in general as well. I feel all these platforms and kind of the community, even the community that at FUZIA you all have created, is kind of giving women a platform, which is really amazing, because there's so much of art, there's so much in all kinds of art, there's so much of art that's hidden within each one of us. It's just going in there and finding that. So yes, like that's also something I want to do is help people find the hidden and the beauty inside that's there and bring it out.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And do you have a website for your company?
Yes, I do. It's artykase.com.
Okay, and I can attach it at the bottom of this interview as well when we post it online.
Sorry, you were breaking there.
Oh, I said I can attach the website on the bottom link of the interview when we post it online as well.
Yes, that would be lovely. Thank you.
And,
yes,
okay,
I'm
so-
always on the lookout for more people and a bigger platform. So we're still new, but yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for being on the show, Medha, and a part of the FUZIA community. And I think that's it for this episode of FUZIA TV.
Thank you.
Yes.